Good morning, everybody. It's June 15th, 2019. It's a beautiful Saturday here in New York. Just outside, putting a little bit of crushed eggshell around the tomato plants. Give them a little extra boost of calcium. I tried grinding it up in a blender. It worked okay, but it was a little rough on the blender. So this time I just put it in a Ziploc bag, crushed it up with a hammer, and it seems like it crushed it up kind of small. I mean, it'll get into the ground, might take a little while. Anyway, tomato plants are doing really nice. Get some nice hot weather, and I think they're going to start popping. So I got a lot of flowers, a lot of fruit setting. Just out here pruning some of the suckers off, and maybe putting some more trellis. You know, some more of these clips that I'm using to trellis up the strings. And so far it's looking pretty good. I'm hoping that this conduit, which I got, it's kind of like a flexible conduit, so I'm hoping that it's not going to fall down once the weight of the tomatoes gets on it. But we'll see. I might have to do an emergency repair. These are a bunch of volunteers for my other garden, so I'm just kind of like letting them grow here. I'm not going to trellis these guys. I'm not going to prune much of it. I'm just going to see what happens. I've got a zucchini here, an eggplant. Let's see, I had some peppers. The peppers here the habaneros did not do good. Somebody got to them, maybe slugs. This one might survive, but probably not. Some shiso. It's a Japanese shiso. Swiss chard, which, again, the slugs got to it, but I think I've got a handle on the slugs now, maybe because the plants are getting a little bigger. The slugs are leaving them alone. Some more eggplants. Some more shishito peppers. Or cubanelle, actually. I think I bought these from the store. Yeah, cubanelles. Tried to grow most of the stuff by seed, but there was a few plants that were growing real slow, like those peppers. So I definitely wanted some peppers for the family. So we bought a few plants. This is an eggplant. I think this is a Japanese, you know, the long purple eggplants. Or it could be the small, little, tiny, round eggplant. Not sure, because I didn't label it. Anyway, lettuce is really growing nice. I'm going to have to do another cut and come again here. Kale is doing a little better now that I think that I got the caterpillar problem taken care of. I was spraying BT on them, and that seems to be helping. So this one didn't get too much damage, and the ones that did get some damage are starting to grow again. So hopefully they'll survive and start growing. These ones over here, not too sure about, but we'll see. I started some cantaloupe over here. Actually, I just noticed that I'm filming the wrong direction again. So one day I'll get my filming correct. So I put some stakes in the ground. I want to try to build a trellis to get them to go straight up and then over and hang down, but I haven't been able to figure out how to do that yet. Over here we got the peas, which are really doing nice. They start out like this, just like a little, maybe a snow pea, and then they get fatter as the peas start growing inside. So there's a couple of really nice pods here. I really like the flowers. They're really pretty. I don't know if there's two different varieties, but one of them has like a red and lavender flower. The other one has a white flower. Fava beans are doing good. I don't see too many more favas popping on these. Like these flowers all died off. They should have pods growing off of them, but I don't see that. I got my first one down here, which is getting bigger, and the second one. And some of the other plants do have some pods, but not many. So we'll see. I don't know how long it takes for those to grow. Carrots are doing really nice. I didn't really thin them, so I'm hoping that I'm going to get a bunch of small carrots, or I might not get any carrots. Beans have survived whatever was eating them, as you can see down on the bottom. But there's new growth on the top. There's some flowers, so I'm thinking we're going to get some pods soon. Some more beans over there. These are some more peas. These are my soybeans, my edamame. I think I might have planted them a little too close to each other, but I'll see how that winds up. Some more volunteer tomatoes. And this dinosaur kale is doing really good. By itself, in this bed, it seemed like it didn't get much caterpillar damage as opposed to the bed with the lettuce. So maybe that's something to think about in the future. And then I have two different types of cucumbers growing here. One's a pickling cucumber, the other one's I guess a slicing cucumber. So those are going to start growing. And now let's go over to the compost pile. We got some compost. Take a look at this other garden. Very overcrowded. Garlic is doing nice. I interplanted some beets and some radish, which might not have been a good idea because from what I heard is that garlic doesn't like weeds taking nutrients from it, so I'm not sure how it likes beets and radish taking nutrients. And I planted some zucchini back here and some more, a bunch of volunteer tomatoes. One of my neighbors gave me a couple of tomato plants last year. So let's get over to the compost, see what's cooking. Not cooking very well. I don't know what happened. Temperature dropped. It was last week, it was at, probably 130, and now it's nothing. So I'm not sure if it totally cooked or don't have enough carbon in there. Might have had some paper. So, and it looks like some animals have been getting in here and eating some of the watermelon that we've been putting in the last couple of days. But that's okay, because those animals help break it down too. So anyway, that's about it for today. Oh, let me check out this garden. It's going to be my longest video. Hope you're not bored. So I got zucchini growing. Get some nice flowers. I had another zucchini by the flower garden that actually has some zucchini, some male flowers starting. So I'm hoping that we'll get some zucchinis soon. These guys take over a lot of space. My poor little ginger, I had one ginger that actually popped up. I planted a bunch of ginger in here, but it definitely wasn't warm enough for them to germinate, I guess. So I've got to be careful. There's a spider web here. Anyway, garlic is looking pretty good. Very tempted to pull one out, but I'm going to wait till the tops die off, and then I'll harvest those. Now let's take a walk over to the other bed that I started this year. This is the flower garden. There's some pumpkins. A lot of pumpkin plants. Don't know if I'm going to be able to train them to get down this path, but hopefully I will. There's a zucchini here. The arugula is all bolting, so that's done. And we got a bunch of flowers, barrage. Really looks nice. I've only eaten one flower, so let me see, maybe I can eat one today. So you can pull it off of this. Oh well. Bottoms up. Not bad. Sunflowers are, I think they're getting towards the end of their life. So, not sure about these sunflower seeds and a dwarf sunflower. And some more flowers. These guys are starting to grow a little bit, which is nice. Viola. Oh, another little test garden I put outside the fence, covered in mesh. A lot of different lettuces that are growing kind of slow, but not bad. And then I experimented with a zucchini and a cantaloupe outside, and the deer really enjoyed that. So that's not a good idea. All right, the last bed is over here. I'm hoping next year my wife will say, we don't want the grass anymore, and I could put the whole backyard inside of the house as a garden. There's a little pot that I tried to grow some lettuce in, which grows pretty good. Strawberry plants, which we haven't gotten any strawberries yet from. I've got a couple of edamame in these pots. And then I put a 4x4 bed, raised bed in the corner here with some basil, a Japanese eggplant. There's a honeydew back there, some zucchini, another eggplant, a couple more of those volunteers that I transplanted, and then this was my microgreen speckled peas. So once I harvested them, there was a lot of peas that didn't germinate, so I just took the whole coconut coir mat, which is down here, and just laid it on the bed, and look at these. It's amazing. I mean, I could pick shoots, but I want to try to grow it, see how high it'll go, and if we'll actually get peas from it. Anyway, that's the garden tour for today. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there tomorrow. And I'll catch you next time.